Hello everybody, my name is Patty McCarty and you're watching What's Happening Around New Orleans. If you're not familiar with the word New Orleans, that means New Orleans, baby. So I'm here with my boat. It's an all welded aluminum boat made by a guy named Norman Rockwell. No relation to the writer. And it has a bit of a flotation problem. When I'm in choppy water, water's coming over the back of the boat. So I'm going to bring it to his brother, Warren Rockwell, and he's going to fix my boat. Let's take a look at my boat now. Here's my little 18-foot boat. As you can see, it's nice on the inside. Two seats, one moves to the back and one can move to the front right there. Batteries are in the back and batteries are in the front for the trolling motor, but it's not heavy enough, or the back of the boat is too heavy. When I first got this boat, it was in 1999 or 2000 when this motor, the 4-stroke Honda 115, first came out. And it's heavy. It's too heavy for the boat. And look at this jack plate. That goes out about 1.5 feet. So what Warren is going to do is take the jack plate, the top of the jack plate, and go flush across the back of the boat, down the side, all the way underneath, up to the other side, and then back across to here, and fill this all in. I need him to put me another drain hole that'll be further out. And hopefully, with adding all this extra space, we're going to get a little more flotation. So next time I talk to you, I'll be at Warren's place. I'm here with Warren Rockwell in Chalmette, Louisiana, and he builds boats. Yeah. He and his brother build boats, and his brother built my boat. Right. I showed you my boat last week, and Warren's going to fix a few problems that I'm having with flotation. And getting the boat out of the water.
Yeah, right now what's happening is because you've pulled this motor off the stern of this boat, it's like a cheetah ball pulling down on the stern of that boat, and you took all this weight that would have been further up to help give the boat. So what's happening is as you give it fuel, the motor, as you're going to take off, the boat wants to squat down because there's no surface area all the way back here for the boat to push off of.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to extend the bottom of the boat back to the back of the bracket, and we're going to extend this whole boat all the way up. And we're going to extend the bottom of the boat, and then you have an actual platform type step up. And when you go to take off, now the bottom of your boat is all the way back here, which will give that more surface area to keep that boat from sinking in as you go to take off, which should make the bow hurry up and jump back down.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to recommend that you do. Now you got to take into consideration what her issues is that she's got 20-inch sides and an 18-foot boat with the motor set back. So the motor, so what's happening is as she releases the fuel, takes the throttle back, the wave action is kind of like lapping right up at the top here, yeah, which psychologically, and it is unsafe. So we need to give the boat more lift. The issue that you're going to have with that, though, is that it's the fact that her sides are a little bit too low on this particular boat. She'll never, You will be able to, it will help give the boat buoyancy for when she shuts the engine off, that the boat won't squat down as much in the stern.
Right.
So maybe when the wave action comes, it won't actually come up on top of the deck, but it will come still over the top of this thing. I mean, listen, you could build a whole boat up in the back. But the issue, that's not going to solve the issue of the sides being too low. And I was just telling you that if this boat, when you shut the throttle off and you're sitting in the water, if the water level comes to right here, if you build it up above that, it's going to give you more buoyancy, but you add more weight by putting more aluminum in. So now you're working against yourself. You want to find out where the boat sinks at, go about an inch or two above that, and then that'll be your maximum buoyancy. Most people put the boxes. I don't recommend that for this boat because they'll only hold up about 60 pounds of weight per box, to 120 pounds. What I'm going to do here is go to complete bottom of the boat, which probably will give her 300 pounds of buoyancy.
That sounds nice. Now, what are we going to do about the drain hole?
The drain?
Can we screw a pipe in there? It's threaded. Can we screw a pipe in there and come out the new back?
I'm thinking that we're going to have to take a look at that, depending on the angle of the threads. If I'm going to take a flat straight edges and weld them and tack them to the bottom of your boat, so I know when I put these bottom plate on, the bottom of your boat is level. It's not cocked up. It's not cocked down. If this plug is on an angle going like that, then it might want to come. We got to take a look at that. But we're going to have to. There's two things. I mean, you can either try and extend this all the way to the new section back here, which is what we're going to try and do.
Okay.
And we just have to work with that. What I'm going to have to probably do is weld a piece of pipe on that, let it sit, put a straight edge on there, weld a piece on now, because I won't be able to weld it on the bottom if I put the plate on first. So I might put the plate, a piece of pipe coming back, weld that, make sure that's watertight, then put the bottom of the boat on where I can weld it underneath and inside. Then when I put the back plate on, I'll bore a new hole in that plate and let the drain plug extend out. That way she'll have an extended drain plug.
Okay, and you said you were going to put bracing in there as well.
Yeah, inside of here, when I come down with the bottom of the boat, you don't want just plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run two little bulkheads right here, come down. I'm going to run another one right here. Of course, you got the side of I'm going to come up the side so that where the bottom meets the side, that's going to be supported on each side. So you're going to have those bulkheads. That way the bottom of the boat ain't flexing. You don't want your boat, the bottom, to be flexing.
Well, will there be some kind of rub rail like what we've got here along the edge in case I bump into something? Or
well,
I'm just curious.
No, not really, because of the fact that if you try and put this, see, this rubber rail is not welded solid. You'd have to double weld everything. That's just labor intensive.
Okay.
I was just going to run the plate up, run this deck right to the edge. Just basically, you'd have an edge just like this.
Okay.
But
it'll all be sealed and everything.
It'll be 100% sealed, and I promise you that you'd have to seriously hit something hard. And the nice thing about it is that because this transom is sealed already, if you puncture a hole in this tank, it won't affect the boat.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
that's good.
And we can put one of these inspection plates on here just to be able to look in there to see if there's any water in there, because once I seal this plug up, water that's in here, really you should use double. That's what I'm trying to tell you before is that I don't know, I would just put a drain plug in the back here and just plug the other one where you got it plugged on the inside. That way, if you ever got water in here, you just pull this plug out, and if water drains out of here, then you know you got water in something's wrong with this box.
But I washed the boat out.
Yeah, no, but you pull this plug out, and you pull this plug out, and it'll all run out. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either way, you're just gonna have a double. You have a double-walled section, and you're gonna have a plug in that wall, a plug in this wall. So they're gonna both drain back.
Okay, now we're not going to move this hook. So is that going to mean that I have to take this strap?
Those straps are gonna have to be.
And go over and around?
Well, either that or you're just gonna have. I don't even know why you even got these straps on here because of this.
Okay. Okay, you don't know why I have that?
No, I'm just saying that you got these on here holding the boat back down, but then you also got this strap on here. Now, let me just kind of educate you here. When somebody's got a nice, beautiful fiberglass boat, they don't want this because this will rip their rub rails off, eat into that fiberglass. So they use these.
I see.
But since you got an aluminum boat, rugged, if you got this on there, you don't need this. Now, if you don't have this, then you need this.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that you really don't even need these. Okay. This strap right here is all you need. You're strapped in the front with the tongue.